There's something about this time of year. Backpacks come out, calendars start filling up, routines begin shifting. Maybe your children are heading back to school. Maybe, like our family, you're preparing for another year of homeschooling. Whatever this season looks like for you, there's a feeling that starts to creep in, like life is about to speed up. And every year, I ask myself the same question: how do I move into a busy season without losing myself inside it? I love. Before we go anywhere, let's take one slow breath together. Inhale and exhale. Maybe you're folding tiny school uniforms, or maybe you're organizing homeschool books. Maybe you're sitting in the pickup line, or maybe your children are grown and this season simply reminds you how quickly time moves. Whatever brought you here today, I am so glad you're here. Because I don't actually want to talk about school supplies today. I want to talk about something much deeper: how we choose to enter a new season. So this year feels especially meaningful for our family. My oldest is beginning high school. My middle daughter is entering middle school. My youngest is in the third grade. Even though we homeschool, it still feels like such a transition. So my husband and I have been sitting together talking about what we hope this year feels like. So, not just what curriculum we're using or what activities we're signing up for, but who do we want to become together this year? What kind of home do we want to create? How do we want our girls to feel? Because one thing I've learned over the years is that every new season invites us to choose again. Maybe you've been feeling that too. Maybe you've been buying the school supplies, labeling backpacks, ordering books, figuring out the schedules, signing permission slips, planning lunches, planning homeschool, trying to remember all of the things. And maybe underneath all the practical details, you're also carrying the invisible, the pressure, the anticipation, the hope and desire to make this a good year. And can I just tell you, I think every mother feels that. For years, I thought preparing for a new school year meant organizing my house. And now I think it's just as much about preparing my heart, because children don't just walk into a new season, right? It's not just them, it's us too. So, something I've noticed about myself is that when life starts speeding up, my body often speeds up before my schedule even does. So I'll catch myself like walking faster through the house or thinking 3 steps ahead or holding my breath without realizing it. And nothing has actually happened yet. My body is just preparing for the rush before the rush has even arrived. And maybe you've noticed something similar. I think one of the reasons I care so much about nervous system health, and it's not because I want motherhood to feel perfectly calm, right? Because that's not real life. But I don't want my body living in September while it's still August, right? I don't want to miss the slow breakfasts, the late summer evenings, the conversations around the table, because I'm already mentally living 3 weeks from now. And I've realized something. Presence is something we practice. It's not something we arrive at. It's an ongoing journey. And this year, instead of asking, how do I get everything ready? I've been asking something different. How do I want this season to feel? Not just for my girls, but for me. Do I want to feel rushed or rooted? Do I want our home to feel pressured or peaceful? Because once I answer that question, the little decisions become much easier. If you'd like to carry one gentle practice into today, I'd love to invite you to pause before you begin preparing. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Take one slow breath in through your nose, and then either slowly exhale, or if it feels comforting to you, you might try gently humming as you breathe out. Just a soft hum, and notice what happens. Notice if your shoulders soften, if your jaw relaxes. Notice if your body hears something your mind has forgotten, like you're safe. That's all we're practicing today. This act of returning home, pausing and coming back to ourselves. Maybe this school year won't be remembered because every lunch was perfectly packed or every lesson went exactly as planned. Maybe it will be remembered because your children experienced a mother who knew how to pause, who laughed, who repaired, who breathed, who came home to herself again and again. If today's conversation stirred something in your heart, and you're realizing that you don't just want a smoother school year, you want to move through this season feeling calmer, more grounded, and more connected to yourself, I'd love to invite you into Vibrant Mom Life. Inside our community, we begin with awareness. We notice when we're rushing before we've even begun. We notice the moments that activate us, the beliefs that keep us striving, and the old patterns that pull us out of the present. But we don't stop there. Together, we gently explore those deeper layers. We lovingly release what no longer serves us. We practice simple ways to regulate our nervous systems and learn how to respond with more trust, more peace, and more compassion. Because I don't believe the goal is simply getting through another school year. I believe it's creating a life that you actually get to experience. And I'd love to walk alongside you as you come home to yourself. And if today's conversation reminded you of another mom who's preparing for a new season, would you share this episode with her? Sometimes the greatest gift we can give another is the reminder that we don't have to rush into what's next. And if you'd like a simple way to begin your mornings feeling calmer and more grounded, be sure to download your free gift, Kickstart Your Calm Morning. You can find it in the show notes. Before we close, I want to leave you with this. May you move through the rest of your day with a little more gentleness, a little more trust, and a little more compassion for yourself. May you remember you don't have to earn rest. You don't have to earn peace. You don't have to earn your worth. And whenever life pulls you in 100 different directions, may you always know the way back home to yourself. Because every time you come home to yourself, your children learn where home is too. And wherever today finds you, know that I'm always sending you so much love.